Why did a 45-point jump in your credit score just make you less financially secure than you were last month? You celebrate a perfect 780 metric on your screen, completely unaware that your checking account is bleeding out from dozens of invisible fees. These recurring microcharges seem completely harmless at first glance, but they are secretly dismantling your long-term wealth-building velocity from behind the screen. The very software platforms marketed to shield you from subprime financing options are actually establishing an alternative credit history tax on your liquidity. Before we expose how these automated networks redirect your capital, you must understand the structural asymmetry designed to keep your compounding cash stagnant. If you disconnect from this explanation right now, you will continue paying a premium to a system just to borrow your own money back. Fintech applications have successfully engineered a continuous loop that transforms your anxiety about rating scales into a predictable corporate revenue stream. By converting strict underwriting standards into a colorful interface with digital rewards, consumers begin treating an arbitrary number as a tangible asset. You are willingly sacrificing your immediate physical liquidity to optimize a data point whose only function is to qualify you for deeper obligations. Welcome to the hidden mechanics of consumer optimization, where rising metrics frequently mask a severe decline in your actual net worth. Let us break down the flawed system of alternative data reporting, where modern platforms automatically establish restrictive micro-collateral accounts in your name. Data tracks a clear correlation showing that individuals utilizing credit score monitoring services are 40% more likely to accept expensive consolidation loans. This mechanism operates precisely like a digital financial treadmill, forcing you to exert immense capital just to maintain your current position. Beneath the slick application interface, a steady, automated stream of $15 monthly subscription payments continuously drains from your wallet into corporate balances. You believe you are building an independent financial profile, but you are actually subsidizing the data infrastructure of the lending industry. Traditional credit bureaus were never designed to reward consumer liquidity. They were built to measure how efficiently institutions can extract interest. When you pay a third-party platform to report your standard utility history, you are essentially purchasing validation for actions you already complete. This creates a structural drag on your compounding potential, quietly siphoning away small amounts of capital that should be earning interest elsewhere. The cognitive blind spot occurs when the metric itself becomes the goal, blinding the consumer to the underlying extraction of physical cash. True financial strength is determined by your total unencumbered cash reserves, not by your compliance rating inside a flawed commercial system. If you are ready to stop optimizing for systemic illusions and start building unshakable real-world assets, pay close attention to this next step. Hit the subscribe button right now to upgrade your financial intelligence every single week and break free from automated capital drains. To fully comprehend the long-term devastation of this optimized lifestyle, we must look at a direct mathematical breakdown over 5 years. Consider user A, who diligently pays $29 every single month across multiple credit score builder apps and monitoring platforms for 60 months. Now look at user B, who rejects paid monitoring infrastructure entirely, relying instead on zero-cost reporting while keeping their liquid cash completely unencumbered. When you trace these two distinct behavioral archetypes over a multi-year horizon, the hidden mathematical reality becomes absolutely undeniable. User A spends $29 every month across multiple automated monitoring services, sacrificing crucial cash flow for marginal numerical adjustments. Meanwhile, user B bypasses paid platforms entirely, automatically redirecting that exact same monthly liquidity into a low-cost index fund matrix. Over a 60-month horizon, the microtransaction lifestyle creates an invisible drain that quietly undercuts your foundational wealth-building velocity. User A achieves a slightly higher numerical rating on paper, but completely sacrifices the compounding power of their immediate physical capital. When an authentic economic emergency inevitably strikes, a high credit metric cannot substitute for a severe lack of liquid cash reserves. Because user A lacks immediate cash liquidity, they are ironically driven right back into the premium subprime financing options they feared. Conversely, user B utilizes their unencumbered asset mountain to absorb the shock instantly, entirely avoiding the need for expensive debt. The entire ecosystem is structurally calibrated to prioritize your rating compliance over your actual tangible, real-world net worth. You are effectively trading real-world liquidity for an artificial scoring increase that primarily serves the balance sheets of commercial lenders. The cognitive blind spot deepens as long as you treat a commercial data point as if it were an actual capital asset. Every single dollar allocated toward maintaining these premium monitoring subscriptions is a dollar stripped from your true compounding potential. This flawed system capitalizes on your psychological fear of low ratings to lock you into a perpetual paid data creation loop. What began as a simple tool for financial optimization gradually mutates into a permanent structural drag on your household wealth. Breaking away from this cycle requires a complete paradigm shift regarding how you view modern consumer credit scoring mechanisms. It is time to implement the zero-cost credit blueprint, a scientific approach to environmental default control that eliminates paid infrastructure. Your absolute first step tomorrow morning is to systematically audit your statements and terminate every premium monitoring service charge. Substitute these expensive platforms with free, automated statutory reporting mechanisms that provide your official records without charging a single cent. Next, establish a basic secured card backed exclusively by one fixed utility payment to generate a pristine history completely naturally. Automate the statement balance payoff completely, removing human error and emotional decision-making entirely from your monthly financial routine. By shifting from artificial system optimization to pure cash accumulation, you immediately reclaim control over your compounding wealth velocity. You no longer need to pay a premium to commercial networks just to prove your basic transactional reliability to them. Real financial intelligence is measured by the scale of your unencumbered cash reserves, not by your compliance rating inside their system. Tomorrow morning, execute this full structural sweep. Delete the optimization applications and immediately reclaim your monthly liquid capital. Stop chasing systemic illusions today. Anchor your strategy in tangible assets and let your actual net worth compound naturally.